So, continuing on, what are anything else you'd like to say about your child and youth care perspective versus your old perspective of this situation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So before child and youth care, I might have even thought the situation was okay. I might have laughed it off and just like let it be, not knowing that it could be potentially dangerous for his mental health if he gets the indication that it's going to go further. Because I was naive at the time before I came into the child and youth care program, so I wouldn't have seen it like, oh, if I just ignore him, fine.
Yep.
I think that something like that, where it's his actual feelings, it needs to be debriefed and talked about.
What about images as a whole? Like, what learning do you think you got out of images that you wouldn't have got if you didn't know child and youth care perspective?
Like if I did images before child
Yeah.
and youth care,
What would
I probably just would have looked at all those people and said, you're all fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's shitty acting. It's like I don't have any real backstory about what position I play in the video. I don't know what I'm saying to them. All I know is my position as a physical because it gives like that little blurb of the situation. So before child and youth care, I would have said that this is
So
bullshit.
did you almost feel as though you could have cared if those were real life scenarios? You could have cared about their situation. Like I'm thinking of like the older folks that were in those videos, and how I actually had a caring for them because I'm thinking about what they're going through. But before, maybe I wouldn't as much. Did you feel like that?
Maybe for some of them, obviously. I mean, like Kara and Ewan, if I had to walk by as a passerby and overheard that, I would have been like, what the hell? Like somebody could do something. Like I would call the cops, blah blah, all that stuff. And then with the elderly lady who was talking about her husband dying, if I didn't know the backstory, I'd be like, she is upset about her husband dying and won't stop talking about it, so she's grieving. So yeah, I think I would have I might have had sympathy and not empathy.
Okay.
Before child and youth care program. I would have felt bad.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have
felt forward.
Yeah.
Or not cared at all.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, to end this off, did you have anything else you want to say about images? If not, it's okay.
I'm trying to think here. I think it was a long process. Yeah. I think if I had worked harder at it, I could have gotten it done maybe twice instead of just the once when I filled it out. But it was just so repetitive and like agonizing at some points to just write all that down.
Yeah.
And I felt like I just kept repeating eye contact for every single one of them. Or like, oh.
Did you, and so you did write what their emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
What did you write for Hori?
Hori was one of the first ones. I think it was like the third one or something like that. So I was still stuck in like, why am I doing this stupid shit? And I wrote creepy, weird.
That changed as you went through?
Yeah.
Instead of putting creepy and awkward and weird, you put more.
Maybe if I was doing it again now, I would have put unaware of my feelings, maybe, and I would get that by the way he was speaking to me. I would put that he was smart. I don't think I would mention that he's creepy and weird because I don't have, like, that's just my feelings.
Exactly.
That's not a fact.
What does creepy and weird look like?
Right. It's not a fact.
What was your summary for her, if you can remember? What was the end all summary that you got out of that?
No idea. I don't remember now.
Okay. Could you make a summary now? What it would. Everything. Just talk about it again.
I think Hori got not misinformation, but like, Hori got misinterpreted how I was feeling. Um, he assumed I was sad just because he heard about a breakup when really I could have insinuated the breakup and been really happy about it. He brought the breakup up in a inappropriate way, in my opinion, at work, when he could have brought it up after work, because that could have been a trigger for me and it could have like ruined my whole day. So that would probably be my summary.
So I'd like to congratulate you on talking about it so much, because even though it was only probably about 2 minutes of footage,
Or 15 seconds.
altogether, I mean, only like 2 minutes, right? Gathered up to be 2 minutes. Oh no, they were really short.
30 seconds.
Yeah. So if you think about all the information that you gathered just from those 30 seconds, and you think about all of our interactions that we have every day, that's why we need to be so intentional. It's so, yeah, good job noticing all of those things about yourself and about Hori. Now we'll proceed to our analyzation.
So
Can't see you.
I think that's fine. They can hear me. So I am the observer. I'm going to talk about Rainah's skills proficiency using my assessment schedule.
Is this a new phone? Oh, it's yours. Sorry.
Yeah. So we're going to do a rating scale. So 0 on the rating scale means no proficiency, which means you lack that skill, and 10 means complete proficiency, which means you're over exceeding that skill. So I'm going to start with tone of voice. You can hear you clearly. We're in a small room, so I get that you don't have to speak very loudly, but you weren't overexerting yourself. You weren't hollering at Summer. You were you were very calm. You were very collected. Your voice didn't seem intrusive whatsoever. So I'm going to rate you a 9 for tone of voice. Speech pattern. I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm going to assume it means just the way that you were talking about different things. So I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway just because I know you personally, so I know how your thoughts kind of work. I know that like sometimes it gets overwhelming in your own brain and that you're all over the place, and that's because I know you. So I'm going to give you an 8 because I know how your brain works. But if I was somebody who didn't really know, I find that they would have had a hard time keeping on track with what you're doing. But that's just the way that your brain works, and it didn't come off as bad or unprofessional whatsoever. It's just you had a hard time articulate, thank you, and staying on track, which is fine. It's normal. So I give you an 8. Body language, I'd give you a 10, but there's always room for improvement, so you're going to get a 9. You consistently shifted yourself towards Summer, even when your hands on your face. To me, that looks like you're engaged. 30 minutes is a long time to have a conversation with somebody, so it makes sense that you're going to switch your body positions. So that was great. So you have a 9 for that. There's something in my eye. I apologize. So no, that was talking skills. So now we're going to talk about your listening skills. So your first one on your listening skills is hearing. I'm going to give you an 8.5, a 9. Your hearing was good. You heard what Summer had to say, and you gave her feedback for what you had to say. The only thing that I'll give you advice on is to listen a little more. So, for example, you were asking her about a situation, and you had a question you wanted to ask, and you lost that question, and you asked Summer, what were you just talking about? And it was boundaries, and I feel like, but that's just because you're so overwhelmed with all the thoughts in your brain. Am I correct for assuming that?
Yeah, and especially like when I have a question in my mind, it's hard to keep it when I'm listening.
Right. I feel like it would have been very beneficial for you as a learner to have it all written down, so that way you're really organized. It's great to know for more learning.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Observing was also great. You just watched Summer and her body language. You told Summer she could take a minute to think because you could see that Summer was getting agitated and getting frustrated. You're going to get a 9 for observing. We were very, very much so respectful of her need to have some time to think about what she has to say, which was really good to